There are lots of decisions we make in day-to-day life which we use rational thought, and we should use rational thought for, but it doesn't make them scientific. And in fact, there's large aspects about faith which are rational. So, for example, if I read the scriptures, I can use my mind to rationally say, what does this actually mean? If I don't understand the passage, I can look at other passages and say, what do these other passages tell me about this one passage I don't understand? Do they give me a richer picture of it? Those are all rational ways of thinking about things. There's also rational ways of looking at the history of Jesus Christ, for example. We can see, did Jesus really exist? Is there evidence for that? There's direct evidence. Is there indirect evidence? Is there evidence that he rose from the dead? We can look at the stories. Do they cohere? And I think if those stories were not coherent, then religion would be truly rational, and I wouldn't believe in it. So if, for example, we could show that Jesus was really a mythical figure, then I think our faith has no value. Similarly, if we could show that the resurrection almost certainly didn't happen, then I think that would be a big count against faith. So those things do matter, but a lot of those truths are historical truths and not scientific in the strict sense. We can apply the types of thinking we use in history, types of thinking we use in the legal practice, all of which are non-scientific necessarily, but are nevertheless rational. So I think there's large aspects of faith which are based on rationality. Some knowledge is personal knowledge. Some knowledge can only be obtained by being in something. So I think there's an aspect about faith which is that way, that we say that we come to a relationship with Jesus Christ. And I can explain it to you. I can give you evidence that Jesus really existed. I can give you evidence that he rose from the dead, which can be very persuasive. But in the end of the day, until you make a step of faith, you won't know what it's like to have a relationship with Christ until you're in that relationship. And so there is a step of faith. That's not an irrational step. That can be a step because of trust. But you don't know for sure what's going to be on the other side, right? And there's an aspect of that as well, which is the way life is, right? Life is not simple. But all the rich things in life come from, I think, those types of interactions.
I'm very strongly opposed to the notion that faith is simply irrational belief. Shutting your eyes, gritting your teeth, believing 6 impossible things before breakfast. I have reasons for my religious beliefs, just as I have reasons for my scientific beliefs. Of course, they're different kinds of reasons, because they're different kinds of beliefs. But I'm not in the basis of just a fideistic assertion, just saying this is an unquestionable thing. I want to find the truth, and I find it through motivated belief. And in that respect, I think my search for scientific truth and my search for religious truth are actually cousins under the skin, really. They have that in common.